I have no idea what is going on with this silly internet today, but something is going wrong today where it is taking us off, on, out, about, and all that other good stuff. And I apologize uh, ahead of time, but how y'all doing? We're going to try this one more time and reset. It is Sunday, May 30th. It is Memorial Day weekend. Again, a lot of you all are deciding to get out and do things and get things started back up again. And that is what we need to do. Hopefully, by the time we get to the summertime and by the time we get to football season, we'll be back 100%. How y'all doing out there? It's your Uncle Steve here. I'm on two different platforms, albeit with this internet going crazy. I'm on the Atlanta Bird Gang and on the Uncle Steve's Sports Lounge. What's going on, Brother Trey? How you doing? Happy Memorial Day to you as well. I wanted to start today's conversation, and trust me, I'm trying to get it started without having so many internet interruptions, but we're gonna force our way through anyway. So talking about fandom in Atlanta, and not only Atlanta, when it refers to probably the Falcons, Atlanta Hawks, or whoever. I've noticed there has been a lot of, thank you, Trey. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. There's a lot of conversation about what you can say and what you can't say about your favorite team, whether you're a diehard or something like that. Is it okay for you to criticize your team? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm sorry that United game didn't turn out the way it's supposed to. These draws are, hey, they're better than losses, but at the same time, you're gonna need some points, man, to get up that table. Looks like it's a lot tougher than it was a couple of years ago when we won the whole thing. But Atlanta United, it comes to mind as well. When you start talking about the power of positivity and what promotes positivity and what brings folks to the table, when you start talking about football, baseball, basketball, shoot, in this town, hockey at one time, and even MLS soccer. And I'm going to start with the United to to go there. The Atlanta United came in, hot off the inception, and folks jumped on that bandwagon so quick because there was a product on the field that was successful. And it's easy to hitch your wagon to a successful organization. And the fan base goes crazy, especially when you're given a product that, hey, we're not embarrassed about it, and we seem to get motivated. When you start looking at the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm bringing this up because that was the first couple of hours of my day, my son and I, as we do with most big sporting events, sit down and watch. And though I wasn't there in State Farm Arena, always there in spirit, being a big hometown guy, root for all my hometown teams. To see that energy in the building and to see the players feed off that energy. I mean, we were told by many pundits about how we can't go to New York and do anything up there because the Madison Square Garden crowd is going to just swallow Atlanta up, and Atlanta's a young team, and their playoff experience won't be able to do this, blah, 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 blah. Forgetting that the Knicks hadn't been in the playoffs the last few years either. It's going to come around to the Falcons. Don't think I'm taking it away from the Falcons. But even the Hawks during their struggles this year with Lloyd Pierce, and then once we transitioned over to Nate Dillon, who's done an outstanding job, if he wraps this series up, Tony Wessler needs to be putting a contract in front of him quickly. Fans respond to winning products. It's been a long time. I'm talking about in sports years. 3 years is a long time. When you're not successful as a franchise, you will not get the love. You will not get the public circumstance. You want the national pundits to support you, and you kind of become a forgotten product, folks. It hasn't been 5 years since the Super Bowl yet. It hasn't. It seems like it sometimes, but this is only 4.5 years removed from the best, we being the best team in the NFC. And really 3.5 years removed from making a second run. I guess what I'm saying is, winning product as far as the Atlanta Falcons are concerned. Is this the reason why Julio Jones wants to leave? He kind of alluded to it in his impromptu, whether you want to believe it was staged or not, interview with Shannon Sharp. Says he wants to win. Everybody wants to win. The players want to win. The fans want the players to win. So where do we draw the line? In this group, the Atlanta Bird Gang, and don't forget, please tell folks to subscribe to Uncle Steve's Lounge on YouTube. We're going to get into more local things this summer. But is it okay for fans who feel like 3 years is just way too long for us to not hold people accountable, whether it be Arthur Blank, Richard McKay, the outgoing guys that just left, Dimitroff and Quinn, or the players on the field, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Grady Jarrett, Deion Jones. It's fair to hold them accountable. It's fair to say, guys, we need y'all to win. Because if you win, we'll bring it. It's almost like the same thing with the Hawks. The Hawks earlier this year, we started off hot start, then all of a sudden nosedived, and it seemed like we were going into the same old stuff that we had gone before. But then something Nate McMillan did, and whatever he did that sparked these guys, got these guys to turn around. You saw the fan, and I know the fans weren't there, but you also heard a buzz on sports talk, sports media. And people start caring more when you win. That culminated today and 2 nights ago into an atmosphere that rivals that of Madison Square Garden and some of the big arenas. Because when the Hawks are cooking, that place is crowded. And it goes back to the Falcons as well. When the Falcons are cooking, best seat in the house, hot seat. Want to get a ticket, can't find a ticket. When they're hot. 2016, you couldn't try to get a ticket. You couldn't even, I mean, I had so many people offer me money for those playoff games. Probably could have paid off my truck with the money I was being offered. But when you win, folks come. So the criticism is not just to be negative, and it's not to just bring you down. The criticism is because they aren't taking care of business like they should. And I think it's fair. It's fair to expect the Falcons to do better. It's fair. I mean, why I apologize about the stuff going on. I have no idea why this video is all of a sudden acting a fool, but obviously we have plenty of problems today. We